Hello everyone, it's TFF. And yes, this is Team Firefighters. Before we meet the judges, we are a bit nervous, but we are very excited to ace this presentation with our reflector jackets and our helmets. We know we are going to wow the judges. Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Michael Akon, and I'm here with my team members.
Idithia Mementa.
Belinda Yesuto.
Isaac Amakumensa.
So as we can see on our screens, just in the first 2 months of this year, we have experienced extreme fire outbreaks in locations, various markets like the Kantamanto market, the Techiman, Tantra Hills, and then various homes, which has even led to the loss of lives with people such as actor Mauli Semevo of blessed memory. In some of these incidents, there were smoke detectors, but they were not advanced to ensure swift response. This is why our solution comes in, which is Alertmo 1.0. It's a smart smoke detector designed to address these shortcomings of the basic smoke detectors that we know of. It combines smart smoke sensing with GPS location and SMS notification capabilities. For this project, we developed 3 key objectives. The first one is early detection, which is to detect the fire at the earliest possible stage. Secondly, to ensure timely notification to parties affected. And lastly, to give precise GPS location of the place of the incident.
So we would now go to our components. So our first component, which is the MQ2, the metal oxide semiconductor, will then connect to our Arduino Uno analog input pins. Then we'll go to our integration of our GPS and our GSM model. And also, we'll add our light emitting diode and buzzer. Then again, we'll use our power jack to power the detector, and also with our lithium batteries and energizer battery, we'll also power the detector. Then lastly, we'll insulate the system with our styrofoam insulator. Then also program it with the Arduino Uno IDE. Then lastly, we'll test our detector. The detector is a prototype, and we are going to test it. And after testing, we'll go to our piloting stage, then we'll go to our mass production stage. So now let's go to how it operates. So our Arduino, our Alertmo 1.0 sensor detects smoke particles and triggers an audible buzzer, and also gives an LED light that shows that there is a fire, and that fire has a threshold of 30 ppm. That shows that there's a fire and it needs urgent attention. With our inbuilt GPS, we will locate that fire using the Google Maps, and it will send a notification to our predetermined users, which is myself, the owner. And from my phone, I can tell that I have received a message that shows that I have a fire in my house. My neighbor, Yesto, will also see that message. And here is the message I received. My fire rep, which is Michael, will also receive the message, and with a location that there is a fire in this property. So attention should be made to that property. Thank you very much. So we are now heading back to our USP, our unique selling point for Alertmo 1.0. Yesuto, my colleague, will continue. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So we'll move on to our unique selling proposition. What makes our smart smoke detector different from the one on the market? So we know that with the ones on the market, they are just basic, and then they just give us an alarm of what is happening. But with our own, you are able to get the SMS and then the precise location of what is happening on the grounds. So that is what makes our own exclusive. So moving on to the target market, we also want to look at the 3 main sectors. The people we want to sell our Alertmo 1.02. So that is the residential sector, that is the family. And then we also have the commercial sector, the offices, the restaurants, and the marketplaces. And we also have the healthcare sector, that is the hospitals and the nursing homes. Now let's move on straight to the marketing and sales strategy, how we want to sell our smart smoke detector. So we'll be looking at building a strong online presence through our social media handles, and then also use influencer marketing, trade shows, and then events where we can be able to network with experts, people who are into tech, and then display the products to our prospective customers, and then our tech experts can also give their honest reviews about the smart smoke detector. And then most importantly, we also want to partner with the Ghana National Fire Service with our smart smoke detector. Lastly, I want us to look at our pricing strategy. We want to use the competitive pricing strategy because if you look at the ones on the international market, they are slightly expensive than the ones that we are creating. So we want to set it a bit lower so that it can be affordable for the Ghanaian society. And then we also want to use the premium pricing and then the bundled pricing strategy for advanced features. That means that we want to add other features to the one we currently have so that it can be good for our system and for our homes. Thank you very much. Okay.
So I will take over from my colleagues with the pricing of our product. The price is 1,000 Ghana cedis. We tried as much as possible best to make the price moderate. Looking at the cost of our component materials, which sum up to 865 Ghana cedis, and then our gross profit of 135 Ghana cedis, we didn't really look at the profit, but we look at the life that we could save with our device. And so, with the structure of our device, it is made up of modern technological components to allow for future and additional enhancement. So, for example, we want to add CCTV camera integration with our next versions. Secondly, mobile app integration. Thirdly, mobile fire suppression systems. And then lastly, synchronized alarm systems so that when for example, for a large buildings which have a lot of rooms, when there is an alarm blown in a particular room, it will also alert others in other rooms. And also, our team wants to roll out a call of action to the government through the Ministry of Water, Works and Housing to enact policies and regulations to mandate installation of smart smoke detectors in every household. By doing this, our device will have demand on the market. And also, we also want to advocate for enforcement by relevant agencies like Ghana National Fire Service to ensure that these rules and regulations are enforced. And also, there will be public education of fire safety and management rules and regulations. And so, by introducing Alertmo 1.0, Team Firefighters, we are aiming to help reduce the menace of fire outbreaks in this country. Team Firefighters, early detection,
swift response.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So that was a very enlightening presentation. You started off by saying some of the fires that have occurred in recently over I think since December, right, in the last 2 months. Yeah. So let's use a classic example of Kantamanto. Okay. Where will your smoke detector be placed?
Property owners, or let's say the store owners, I believe that there should be every smart smoke detector in every store. And so that when in the absence of the property owner, for example, with our device, we'll be able to send an SMS message to the property owner or the store owner in their absence that their store is on fire. And so if there is a necessary action to take, call the fire service or call relevant authorities at Kantamanto to also take action in order to help solve this problem or reduce the intensity of the fire and to save lives and properties.
It includes the GPS and then the SMS alert. So once the fire starts, the Ghana National Fire Service will get the alert.
What's the response time for Ghana National Fire Service? How long do they take them to get there?
We believe it might take some time, but
by that time.
What we intend to do is that we want to have a common platform that the Ghana National Fire Service and our clients, we all be on the same platform. And so when the alert is sent to Ghana National Fire Service, they already know this number is on the platform and they know the GPS address. And so we don't expect them to delay. We expect a quick response time.
So, Robert, so who's your target market? Who are you selling this? Who are you selling that to? Describe the person you are selling this to.
So we are looking at homeowners, so various homes, so houses.
What kind of house? How big? 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, male, female, family? What exactly?
Yes, it's a mix of all of those, but we are primarily looking at residential places.
But first, whatever you're doing, you've got to put marketing on the table first. what need are you trying to satisfy? You must satisfy a need. And then you must say, if you know the customer's needs, then how do I satisfy it better than my competitors to make a profit? And then, I like what you said, what are the unique benefits? What is unique about our product? And until you've done that, you shouldn't start. So you've probably got all the elements in different, boxes, but try and put them together. But start with what is the need? How am I going to satisfy it? How will I do it better than my competitors to make a profit? And what is my value proposition? They are all interlinked. But unless you answer that question, you can't move. You understand what I mean?
Yes, please.
And then when you say that's their need, go and find out from them what their need. I mean, you can't sit in your bedroom and say they need a fire detector. They probably don't care. Because I can assure you, every store in Katamanto, and that's where the issue of fires is, has somebody sleeping in it. Every store. And there are so many people that a lot of people, even more people, sleep on the streets outside. But if you had been to Katamanto, you'd know that. But none of you have been there. So you don't know.
Now the big question. We want to evaluate your teamwork, and you have to give me an answer. So, out of the four of you, we'll start with you, Isaac. Who is the weakest link?
Michael.
Michael is the weakest link. Then I'll come to yourself. Edith.
So I'll pick Isaac.
You pick Isaac?
Yes, please.
Okay. All right. Belinda?
I'll pick Michael.
You pick Michael. Okay. And then Michael?
I'll pick Yesuto.
All right. Thank you so much.